Well, welcome. Welcome into the nest on tonight. Grand rising, good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night, whatever time you may find this video. You are tuning in to the Eagles Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles broadcast. I am your host, Minister Ch.1 Williams, aka Eagles Soaring High, and I am back with another video. Yes, I am back with another video. Yes, I want to remind you all to hit the like button as you come in or as you go out. Hit the like button as you come in or go out. And don't forget to subscribe to all of my channels: Eagles Soaring High Channel 1, Eagles Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. Again, it's Eagles Soaring High Channel 1, Eagles Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. Welcome back. This is part 2 of celebrating Eagles Soaring High Channel 1 4th year anniversary and Eagles Soaring High Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles 8th year anniversary on YouTube, reflecting and going down memory lane. Part 2. On yesterday, we left off with me explaining and sharing with you how I began as a content creator. It all started out with me using my phone, and then God elevated me and blessed me to be able to purchase a laptop. Yes, a laptop. And from that moment on, God had to guide my fingers to direct me on how to record and upload videos on YouTube. And I shared with you that my very first video that I did was me of praying. God had instructed me to pray, but he wanted me to do it on YouTube. So we're going to pick up right there when we come back, right after this 30-second or 60-second break. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of my channels: Eagles Soaring High Channel 1, Eagles Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. And let me take the time to thank all of my new subscribers that have joined with me on all of mine channels. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support that you're giving me. Thank you to all of my day one subscribers. Thank you for hanging in there with me and showing me love and support. I really appreciate it. And of course, I cannot forget my replay gang. Thank you for so much for coming by to catch this video and all videos in the replay. I appreciate it so much. Well, we're going to get ready to dive right into this video. So stay with me. We'll be right back after these moments. Well, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. You are tuning in to the EaglesSoaringHigh, Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles. I am your host, Minister Ch.1 Williams, aka Eagles Soaring High. And I want to thank you for joining me in the nest on today. Thank you so much. Come on in and have a seat. Have a seat, and we're going to get started. So, yes, welcome into the nest. I appreciate you all coming to hang out with me for these few moments. You could have been anywhere that you wanted to be, but you chose to stop by here. Well, on yesterday, I began to share with you how God began to teach me how to get around a lot of these obstacles that I had in trying to uh, learn how to be a content creator and how to learn how to record and upload and all of that good stuff. Um, so I share with you that my first video was of me praying here on YouTube, and that was the beginning of God releasing me to this app to be a content creator. And he just didn't release me to come on this app as a content creator, but he released me with an assignment. He released me with an assignment. I share with you all many times that I have an assignment on this app, and my assignment is to come on here and love you all and minister to you all, encourage you, and uplift you in the word. I didn't come to judge. I didn't come to condemn. I didn't come to do none of that. But I came to love you. I come to pray for you and to minister and encourage you. That is my assignment. If I see anything wrong going on, it's my job to pray for you, not judge you, not condemn you, not spread your business all over this app, going from house to house, spreading your business. My job is to pray for you. I don't have to know you to love you. I don't have to know you to love you. But I can love you through the love of God. And the love of God is not judgmental, and it's not condemning. It's not fighting. It's not going back and forth with folks on this app. It's not stirring trouble, but it's me on here to love, to pray, and minister and encourage you and uplift you, not judge you for the things that you do. I'm not here to force God on you, force my opinion on you. I'm just here to give you what God has given me and let you decide what you want to do with what God has given me. if I didn't know anything else about the content or anything that I planned to do, one thing I was for sure of is that God was sending me with an assignment. And I've been operating in that assignment to the best of my ability. To the best of my abilities. I'm not on here to fight with folks. I'm not on here to beef with folks, to go back and forth with folks, but to pray for you, to minister to you. And if I believe that I can bring peace between content creators, I will step up and give it my best try. Then move on. When God brought me here, He had already prepared me for things that would take place. When I came here and God sent me here, my skin was tough. Everything that I see going on this app, a lot of it I've been through in real life. So God prepared me for this assignment. He had prepared me for it. Oftentimes He sends me into some of the most darkest places on this app just to sit in the bushes and pray for folks. That is my assignment. That is my assignment. So as my journey began on this app, I dealt with my fears. I dealt with fears and concerns. I dealt with my anxiety. When I got here, though God had prepared me, I was still kind of shy and intimidated and struggled with fears. And I had concerns. When I first started going live, my God, every time I would hit the live button, my anxiety would kick up and I would go through some mild panic attacks. My fears was, is folks going to like me? Is folks going to like my content? One of my fears is that, did I really hear God? Oftentimes we doubt ourselves when that new thing is so new to us that it challenges us to come out of our comfort zone. And that's what coming to YouTube had begun to do. Pull me out of my comfort zone. I came on and I began to make content, and then I would go and support other content creators. I became a mod for some of the content creators that I was supporting and showing love to. And it became to the point where I began supporting others. So until I began to forget about my own channels. But through prayer and fasting, I began to handle and deal with my fears, my concern, my anxiety, my panic attacks. I began to place them into the hands of God and let God deal with them. And I began to overcome those very things. I wasn't so nervous. I wasn't so anxious. I didn't have many fears. I was over it. One morning I just woke up and I was free from those fears, those concerns, and my anxiety. After I got rid of the thought of having to have to come on here and be perfect, that the content had to be perfect. Once I let that go, things begin to change. And after a while, my platform became my church without walls. It became a virtual church without walls. And I knew that if I stayed in the hands of God and allowed God to lead me and allowed Him to guide me, everything would be okay. When I learned how to decrease, that He might increase in me, things changed. And I was excited about it. I was excited about doing this. So this is my virtual church without walls. When I first started out, all of my videos were pre-recorded. The more that God used me to do pre-recorded videos, the more I became comfortable in doing videos. People were asking me, am I going to go live? And when was I going to go live? And I told them I wasn't sure. I didn't have an answer because I had not yet been live. And I knew how I would respond to being live. So everything that I did was pre-recorded videos. And every video that I have done from the beginning up to this point have all been videos that God has led me to do. My prayers always lead me, guide me along the way. For if you lead me, I shall not stray. I keep God at the forefront of my channel. He's at the forefront of my content. And as long as I continue to do that, everything is going to be okay. So I started getting used to doing pre-recorded videos. I was starting to become comfortable with doing them. And then I felt the desire to go live. After all this time, people are asking me to go live. And now I've reached a place where I've become comfortable to push myself to the next level. And the next level for me was going live. Oh my God. My first video, my first live, I should say, was a test run. I set it up, scheduled it, and set it up as a test run. I did not expect nobody to come into my chats. I didn't expect anything. It was just a test run, and I didn't even think I was going to even keep it up because it was just a test run. I hit the live button. My hands started shaking. My hands started sweating. And my speech was clear, but you could tell that my nerves had kicked in, that my anxiety had kicked in, because in me looking back and watching some of those videos, I could hear myself breathing hard. If I had breathed any harder, I might have passed out. But I did this test run to see how it would feel and how things would go. Didn't expect anybody to come in. As soon as I hit the live button, I looked over at the chat. One person came in, two people came in, and before I knew it, my chat was flooded with people, supporters, subscribers. And that test run live went on for hours and hours and hours and hours. And just when I was getting ready to shut it down, more people start coming in. And I wanted to be fair. I just didn't want to shut it off and leave them hanging. So I stayed on for a few more hours, talking and chatting with my subscribers, and they were so encouraging to me. They would tell me, Eagles, you're fine, you're doing good, you're doing great. Yeah, this is great. And when that live ended, it was refreshing. I enjoyed it. I didn't think that I would enjoy going live as much as I did. And the conversation with the subscribers were great. Nobody had anything negative to say. They were positive, and they were trying to talk me through some things because I was new to StreamYard and I didn't know how to work StreamYard yet. But they began to talk me through, and I began to learn from content creators that had been on here longer than I had been. And one of my subscribers, which became a moderator, told me that you're doing great. She told me, she said, when I went live, I felt the same way you feel. The funny thing is that when they would hit live, and they shared this, they shared it on their channel. Said when they would go live, their anxiety would kick up and well up and start acting up, and they'd be so nervous, but they got through it. And so it was a great encouragement to me. And then I believe I started going live a little bit more. I remember doing a live. It was 9 hours long. I'm trying to remember if it was my test run or another one that I had decided to do. But anyway, it was 9 hours long. We was up all night long into the wee early mornings. The sun was coming up. Folks left, said they were going to lay down. They laid down, went to sleep, got up, saw I was still on, and came back in. And I remember that it had to be like 6, 7, something in the morning when I finally ended the live so that I could get some rest. But it was great. It was great. I started meeting content creators, and they were just they were amazing folks. I liked them and their content, and I began meeting other content creators, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And there was a content creator that I met. Um, she had me come up on her her platform, and we started talking, and it was fun. I thought that doing a live by myself was exciting and great, but doing a live with another person was even better, because you're just not communicating with the people in the chat, but you now have somebody right next to you on the platform that you can have a real conversation with. And it was so much fun for me. And so as time went on, this content creator, we began to collab with each other. I would go over on her channel and we would have different topics. We would laugh. We would joke around. We would discuss the topics and all. It was great. It was. It was so much fun. I had the content creator come over on my channel and I interviewed this content creator. Everything was going well. We were collabing with each other just about every day, I believe it was. And then things in the real world began to change for me in the real world. Things started happening where I needed to deal with things. I was assisting my mom. I was in the process of looking for a job. I mean, things just got busy. And there were times where this content creator wanted to go live, and I couldn't. I couldn't because I was assisting my mom. I was going out with my mom to make sure she didn't have to go out alone to handle things and running errands and things. And then things began to change. And I would let this content creator know that I couldn't do it because I was getting ready to leave out with my mom. I was getting ready to do something with her, go run some errands, go to the store. And so things began to change. This content creator became a mod of mine. Things started going left. We had exchanged phone numbers, and we would talk on the phone, trying to establish a professional relationship. When I didn't call or return her call, she would get upset. She was a mod on my channel. Somehow, I don't know how, I didn't take her wrench, but her wrench disappeared, it vanished. I have no idea how it happened. I would take some time off of YouTube and I would pull away so that I could either get some things in order or try to do some things to move myself closer to my goals. I would do a video to announce that I would be temporarily leaving YouTube for a little while. She didn't see the video. She was upset with me because I didn't call her and say, hey, I'm taking some time off to do some things on the outside of the app. It just started getting crazy, and then she started leaving me messages on Instagram saying that I was acting funny and that things was changing and just all types of stuff. And it's not what she said, it's how she said it. And the truth of the matter is that there was no truth in what she was saying. No truth at all. When my mom needs to do something, she comes first. My family comes first. I cannot be on YouTube collabing with this person and my mom has errands to run or she needs to go out and do something. She comes first. My mom comes first. So she would call and say, hey, let's go live. And I tell her, look, I can't go live because I'm getting ready. Me and my mom's getting ready to go out and run some errands. And it's kind of like it is now. Things was just busy. Just busy. Every time you looked around, there was something that was going on, something that was happening that I needed to tend to on the outside of YouTube. And then all of a sudden, I would lay down and sleep. And I was having this recurring dream. A recurring dream. It was every time I would lay down to sleep, I would have this dream. And I did not understand it. We got to recognize as content creators that there are some folks that are meant to be in our lives for a season. And there are some that's just meant to be there temporary. In looking at this dream, this young woman that I was collabing with was only a temporary thing. I got sick one time and couldn't. And when I get sick, when I really get real sick, my sinuses and things get sinuses and allergies get to acting up, and it turns into a cold, a full-blown cold. I don't do nothing but sleep. I get up, take the medicine, and then go back to sleep. And I would go. This particular day, I went to sleep. It was like about 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. The next day, my mom said, I knew something was wrong with you guys because you don't usually go to bed that early. So if I'm going to bed early, something I really must be feeling really bad. This content creator, let me speed it up. This content creator left me some messages in my DMs on Instagram. She was saying and implying you acting funny, you been changing, you ain't you you just acting real funny. If you don't want to deal with, if you don't want to collab with me, just say that. And it just went all on me. And so the day that I was starting to feel better, I gave her a call. And I made it known that it is that I felt disrespected and insulted when she made certain comments towards me. Then she started telling people that I was trying to tell her story and all of this. I don't tell nobody's story but my own. I allowed this person to come on my channel to share her story with my audience, that just in case if someone had been in that position, may creep on or be in the bushes listening, would know that they are not alone, that others are going through that situation. So she starts saying that, was trying to tell her story. She starts saying that I was talking about her behind her back and talking to people about her and all of this. And it was a lie. It was a lie. There was no need to talk about her. And when I did mention her, I said she was a wonderful person. She was an amazing woman to collab with. I was shouting her out on my channel. But the devil came in and made things look like something totally different. And in this conversation, when I called her later on after I began to feel better, I began to express to her how I felt and how I felt insulted and how I felt offended by her comments. And then she turned it on me. Well, you've been changing a long time ago, and so da 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 da. Yes, A B C D E F G and just off on me. Called me many liars and all of this. And so when the conversation was over with, I said to her, I think it would be best if We just go our own separate ways. You go your way and I'll go my way. And that's what we'll do. And that's what happened. She went her way, continued to do content. I went my way, continued to do content. And all the while, she was over there telling people that I was crazy, that there was something mentally wrong with me. She said some of the worst, horrible things about me, which none of it is the truth. None of it. But it is what it is. And not only that, but she lied on my mom. She was telling people, she was telling her audience that I said that I had a headache. And she said that she heard my mom saying in the background, "Oh, you got a headache? When you have a headache?" She lied on my mom and said that she threw me up under the bus. And it was a lie. It was a lie. But she went her way, I went mine. And it was very funny that as soon as I cut it off with her, in which sidebar she was telling people she sent me on my way, when that wasn't the truth. And it doesn't matter who did what, but it was interesting that when I separated from her, cut her off and moved on, that dream that I was having that was recurring on a daily basis, it stopped, it ended. And every point and part in that dream and I'm not going to tell it all that's on my channel. I would always end up at this door and couldn't get through it. I could never touch the doorknob. I couldn't. But the day I cut it off, I separated and I went my way. I laid down, had the dream. And instead of waking up at the point of where I was at the door and couldn't get through it, I was able to reach and grab the doorknob, twist it, and push the door open and step in. And on the other side, as I stepped in, the room lit up brightly. A bright light filled the room. And just as it was becoming unbearable to see, I woke up, which meant that dark place, that dark surrounding of where I was on the other side of the door, in darkness. The atmosphere was dark. It was cold. The atmosphere was not right. Standing in this dark room, trying to reach for this door. And the moment that I cut this relationship off, I was able to walk through the door into the light. So what am I saying? I'm saying to you all today that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And when you begin to cut and separate yourself from certain atmospheres, you can walk out of the dark atmosphere into the light. And as soon as I cut it off and separated from that relationship, the dream stopped. It stopped. She said, I was listening to folks and folks telling me not to collab with her. That wasn't true. It was God that was telling me that it was time for me to move on. And God used the dream that ended that collaboration. I wasn't sure if I ever wanted to collaborate with anybody else on this app. I wanted to stay over in my little corner of YouTube. And that's it. But now watch this. As soon as I cut that content creator off, I began to meet other content creators who had the right spirit, folks that I should have been surrounded by. But that's I'll talk about that maybe a little deeper as we go through these videos. So the collaboration ended. That ended and I moved on. And I continued helping others to build their channels. I was helping them build their channels and supporting and loving on them that I did not even realize that I had begun to neglecting my own channel. But I gained some amazing advice from another content creator. It was interesting because all I want to do is support folks. That's it. Support them. Love them. If you support me back, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's fine too. But I like to support folks. Show them love. Pray for them. Another part of my assignment. And the sad thing is that sometimes we can help support others till we forget about our own house. I was in one of my moderators' chats, and I'm going to hurry. I was in one of my moderators' chats, and she was so happy to see me come in. I was her mod as well. And she said to me, Eagles, I know that you love supporting other content creators. You love supporting other people's content creators, showing them love and encouraging them. And we appreciate it. I appreciate it. And she mentions another content creator. She says, I know this content creator appreciates that too. We love you, Eagles, and we appreciate what you're doing for our channels, being here in support and modding for us. We appreciate, we love you for that. But she said to me, you are a content creator now. You are one. You are a content creator. It's okay if you build your own channel up. She said, you're so busy helping and supporting others that you have forgotten about your own channel. She said, Eagles, you are a great content creator. Nobody's going to be upset with you or angry with you if you pull back and take time to build your channel. I took that at heart. My eyes was opened up because I didn't realize that I was neglecting my own channel. But you can't see your mishaps because you're in it. So it takes someone from the outside looking in to see and encourage and push you back in the right direction. God used this sister to do that. He used her to do that. And I went and I started building my channel. At the time, I only had one channel, and it was EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 1. And I started producing content for that channel. And the more I began to build that channel up, God spoke to me and said, start another one. And I'm like, start another channel, Lord? I'm trying to build up this one. So I started up EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles. And this channel, and I'm going to hurry because it's at the 1 hour mark. This was the channel, Eagles on High, Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, is the channel that I had created to do content, different kinds of content on a variety of content, but mostly because I wanted to do interviews, uh, wanted to have chats about topics that I had seen. So I built up the second one. I started the second one, which was my first channel, but I couldn't gain access to it because I forgot the password and the email address that I used. So I started this one, which is EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 1. And then I started Eagle. And it's interesting because I was going to use the second channel, EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 1, Channel 2, EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles. I was going to use that one. I had created that one, not with that name, I don't think, I can't remember, but it was to have a place where myself and this content creator, another space for us to have, where we could just have different more conversations on that channel and all. And when things went left and I cut it off and we separated, she went her way, I went her way, I changed the name of it to EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles. And that's how that channel became what it is. All right. We're going to stop. And we're going to get ready to end this video. This is the EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2 Fireside Chat with Eagles broadcast. I am your host, Minister Antoine Williams, aka EaglesSoaringHigh. I want to thank you all for coming to hang out with me for this hour. I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button as you come in or as you go out. I will appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to all of my channels, EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 1, EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood channel. Let me start by saying happy anniversary to EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 1, Channel 4th year anniversary, and EaglesSoaringHigh Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, 8th year anniversary. I appreciate it. And at some point in time, and I think that I'll probably talk about it more later on in another video for this series here, but if not, let me take the time very quickly to tell you that with my first channel and this channel, I took these channels and dedicated them to the Lord. I dedicated them to the Lord. I put them in the hands of God, because all of this would not have been possible without him. And so he gave these channels to me. He birthed these channels in me. And now I've given them back to him, and I've dedicated them to him. They're covered in the blood, and they have angels that surround them. So there's nothing that no one or no demon in hell can do to destroy these my channels. Well, let's get ready. Let's get ready and go. We're going to go. I will be back with closing remarks, and then I'm going to let you go. I might do a 60-second break. So stay with me. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Again, thank you to all of you that have come and joined me around the nest on tonight. Once again, I appreciate every last one of you. You could have been somewhere else or doing something that you wanted to do, but you stopped by to hang out with me for these few moments, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I want to thank all of my new subscribers that have joined on my Eagle Soaring High Channel 1 and my Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. Thank you all so much. I appreciate the support from you. I am very grateful and thankful for you all. To all of my day ones, thank you for the love and the support that you have shown and given me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I could not have done this without God and without your support. Thank you. For those of you that are part of the replay gang, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you so much for the support. Thank you, replay gang. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of my channels. Soaring High Channel 1, Soaring High Channel 2, Fireside Chat with Eagles, and Purple Community Royal Priesthood. Well, we're about to get out of here. Thank you all so much. Like this video and share it, if you will. May God bless you. May God keep you. And may his love forever shine upon you. And until the next time, stay blessed and safe and in the master arms. I will catch you in the next video. God bless you. See you later.